Welcome back, everybody. A short video today, just to talk a little bit about strength in wood. A, a tree is strongest in this direction, okay? The trunk of the tree gives support to the entire tree itself. And because the weight is being added to it over time vertically, it has compressive strength. Wood's compressive strength is phenomenal, okay? Now it has bending strength. And so in the tree, this wood will bend and be flexible. And every tree is different, every species different. But when it comes to our use of a piece of wood, not so much for furniture, except for tabletops, all right? How a board is cut. Let's take a different color. How a board is cut. Let's say you cut off the bark there and you cut a board out of here. That is a flat sawn board, and that has a certain value of compressive strength against the sapwood face and the heartwood side face. And those values can be found in tables. Every species has been tested. There's laboratories have been doing this for years. That board will have strength in bending this way, or if you were to stand it up, it has strength in bending if you stood it up on edge. All right. So, like I said, for furniture making, it's not that critical, but for something that's going to take a heavy load, like a building, they measure that very carefully. And that's why typically you don't take planks and lay them down as a floor. You always have beams or joists standing upright to take the load. Okay, so joists will stand upright. And then you have your joists and you lay your flooring on top of the joists. So that's flat sawn. When you cut in this area, and then you cut this section here, and throw it away, you end up with quarter sawn boards. Quarter sawn boards are going to move more in thickness than in width. However, in thickness, a quarter sawn board has more hardness on the surface. Remember I said a flat sawn board will have two different hardness values, one on the sapwood side and one on the heartwood side. A quarter sawn board, if the sapwood is removed and it's all heartwood, like for flooring, it will have the same hardness top and bottom. Your best, most durable surface will always be quarter sawn because it has a higher strength on the edge of the grain and it moves in the vertical direction, so you're not getting horizontal movement. So you go and install a floor, right? I've done a lot of flooring, and people wanted these beautiful wide flat sawn boards for flooring. I said, eh. All right, I do what they ask, but I guarantee you at least 10, 20, 30 years down the road, there are going to be gaps in the flooring because the wood in the summertime is going to expand and get bigger and push each other out of the way. And if you don't leave enough expansion gap at the walls, it can actually buckle up or push the building out. So there's that. If, however, you use quarter sawn straight grain for flooring and you install it properly, it should remain tighter longer. And that also has to do with what you're installing it on top of. So I don't know if you've ever seen, it is a slightly wasteful method of sheathing a building, and that includes subfloor. But sometimes you would see them where they install the subfloor or the sheathing on a 45-degree angle. All right. They would come in and let's say we're looking at a floor, you have your joists. They would come in at 45 degrees for the subfloor, so that when you go to install your hardwood floor on top of that, you're reducing the wood movement in the direction of the flooring by 50%. So it all starts with your joists, then your subfloor, and then your flooring and how it's cut. So where would we use it in cabinet making, furniture making, box making, whatever? You think about wood movement and think about surface hardness. A tabletop should, at bare minimum, have the heart side of the board up for hardness. If you can fit it into your design, you go with quarter sawn. All right. So that's a brief video on how lumber can be measured, it can be quantified. How hard is it on each surface? I mean, if you get into, let's say you're cutting a board here, you're going to start getting into rift grain, which is almost 45 degrees. So you're kind of splitting the difference. You're getting a more average. So for cabinet making, furniture making, even if you're going to veneer a project, you want to be rift to quarter sawn, not flat sawn. Like, subscribe, and share. Head out to your workshop. Take a look at your woods. See what I'm saying. If it makes sense, give me the old thumbs up. If I've lost my mind, give me the thumbs down. But comment. Leave me a comment and let me know if there's anything else that you need to know or would like to know. I'll be glad to discuss it. Walter out.